What's going on, people? Back with a bang. This is the Money Management, back here to bring you guys another video today. There are 3 letters on everybody's lips right now. CPI. That is because tomorrow, pre-market, about an hour before market opens, the CPI data report will be out. So we'll be able to see the numbers for June as they're reported, and we'll see how the market reacts. Basically, we're going to see the numbers in regards to June inflation, and that's probably also why you saw the market sell off towards the end of the day. I mean, I did explain to you guys in the last video that I expected a dump Tuesday before a run-up Wednesday, and so far we've had the dump Tuesday. Now we will see if the run-up Wednesday does happen, but as you guys know, the market has also been selling off for the past 7 months straight. So even if you do see a bit of green tomorrow, this week, next week, whenever, please remember that you need to still think rationally, and that we could probably, and most probably will still be in a bear market. So let me just go back to the home tab there, because I just showed you guys the S&P 500 chart, which has been trading in a little bit of a range between like 3.7k and 3.9k for the past couple weeks. Now currently at 3.8k. We're going to look at the energy sector later on. People are expecting a bit of good news in regards to CPI data numbers. I've seen other places where they're, make it sound like it's all doom and gloom. You guys know Amazon Prime Day is coming up this week. Man, there's so much happening. So let's jump into trading view, look at the charts, look at the stocks I've traded, well, the only stock I've traded this week, and maybe some potential trades going into the rest of the week. As you guys know, of course, make sure you guys drop a thumbs up, because these videos do take a lot of time, and after a long trading day, sometimes it's just nice to relax. But here I am making a video. But let's jump into SQQQ first. Here we go. Triple leveraged ETF. So obviously it's the inverse ETF of the S&P 500, because as you can see, towards the end of the day, it rallied when the S&P 500 sold off. That's why I pointed it out, because going into tomorrow, whatever SPY decides to do or doesn't do, you can trade opposite with SQQQ. Looking at the hourly chart, it's been on a nice uptrend and maybe do a pullback, which means SPY may be due to run a little bit. Here are the zones: 4-hour resistance zones, 1-hour resistance zone, daily resistance zone. It's broken all 3 of them today. So again, I think it's due a little bit of a pullback back to maybe one of the zones. Then if we check out the only stock I traded today, which was American Airlines, ticker symbol AAL, we definitely had fun with this one in the Discord today. This brought back a home run and clearly pumped straight out of the gate. The highest it was up was around 11% on the day at one point. That was when it was just at $15. So we got into the $14.50 call when it was still around $14.20. These ran in the money pretty quickly, brought back great returns within the first hour of the day. And this is the kind of chart I like. If you go to the 5-minute chart here, you can see it trending nicely along the moving average and just pushing up. It trended so close to the moving average and just continued to push up that you didn't even need to worry about it, no matter where you got in, if you got into the call out. So shout out to those of you who did get in the call out. And Ms. Thittums did post a article about American Airlines saying that they have earnings next week, I believe. So that could be one of the reasons it ran up right now. Another potential catalyst, I guess, in the run up to earnings, and that means you could also look out for it going into next week. I'm not seeing the earnings. Okay, here we go. 21st of July, they got earnings. It could continue to run. It could continue to fly, no pun intended. Keep your eyes out on that one. I would expect a little bit of a pullback now before it pushes up again, as I explained to my group. So maybe look back at maybe the 1450, 1460 range. Check the 4-hour chart, get a better overview. Maybe 1440, who knows? Just keep your eyes on it. If it does find support and starts uptrending again, that could be a nice buying point for you guys to get in and make some money off American Airlines flying. Also check out the other airlines for sympathies: BA, Delta, LUV, JetBlue, etc., etc. Now I want to look at Roblox because this was one of the stocks I was looking at this week, as well as Walmart. Roblox, as you can see on the 4-hour chart, is kind of consolidating in this period, sitting at the 4-hour support zone as well. See how it pushed up to my $44 price target before pushing down. So these green lines are kind of my price targets and also levels of support and resistance. I expect another push, this time to around $41.63. So I'm looking at Roblox calls for this week. Here's the hourly chart. You can see it consolidating more in the hourly chart. Past couple of days here, erratic price action, but I do think it can get back up to the $41 level pretty quickly. Assuming CPI numbers are not horrible, it could be tomorrow. Otherwise, it could be the day after or Friday. Who knows? Now for JP Morgan. Reason being, not last video, but a couple videos back, I made a video about the airlines and the banks. JP Morgan is obviously a bank. It is now broken into the daily support zone on the 1-hour chart and broken below the moving average just today after pushing up a couple days towards the end of last week. I want to see it find a nice level of support around $111 or $110 and then start pushing up again. At the same time, you can profit off the puts here because if it's going to continue falling, why not take advantage of it? 4-hour chart shows you the red candle there just closing below the moving averages. Daily chart shows candles all below the moving averages falling into the daily support zone. So keep your eyes out for the potential recovery eventually. But for now, it seems like it's just dropping off. Now let's look at the energy sector. ExxonMobil we're going to start with. You guys know exactly what I'm looking at now. Peaked at $104 and has been downtrending ever since. The puts are on the cards for this. The energy sector has been in a bit of a turmoil in the past couple of weeks. Gas prices have been going down though, so that is our positive. Where I am at is around $4.40 now, as opposed to $4.60, $70, where it was just probably a week or two ago. ExxonMobil trending below all the moving averages, trading around $85, $84.50. Might fall into this daily support zone. Looking at the 4-hour chart, below the moving averages, below the 4-hour, trading in the 4-hour support zone right now. 1-hour chart, trading below the moving averages, trending towards this 1-hour support zone. All of these indications are pointing towards ExxonMobil puts. Energy sector seems to be getting a little bit beat up right now. MRO, similar situation on the 1-hour, the 4-hour, and the daily. We just look at that. There we go. And I believe the puts are on for both of these. And of course, the last one, which is Oxy. Oxy is the only one that's trending around the 100-day moving average, but I believe it's going to break below and continue. It did drop below briefly today, but now it closed just above the moving average. Still plenty of downside on the daily chart to fall into the support zone. Below the moving averages on the 4-hour and the 1-hour as well. So do look for maybe a push up on the 15-minute chart or so before entries on the puts. And now the last stock I want to look at is TDOC before I go back and look at the S&P 500. TDOC, Teladoc Health. This had a good day today. I was looking at the calls on this yesterday and also Friday, but I didn't take any because I want to see it push up a little bit more, maybe into the 40s before I get potentially a $45 call on the cards for TDOC. I'm happy it pushed up today because that's giving me confidence. That's the kind of entries I like when it's pushed up. It's pushing out of a resistance zone. So here on the 1-hour chart, a resistance zone might be good for a day trade. 4-hour chart, pushing above the moving average. Just closed above the moving average. Daily chart, that's a crazy candle there. Doji right there. On this daily chart, you see it's still got room to run to around $43, but it still could pull back here. That's why you've got to be careful with these kind of trades. TDOC is one I would like to swing with the calls, but we just got to be careful, make sure we can get a good entry. But I will be watching this one closely. I'm telling you guys now. So lastly, let's look at the S&P 500 index. 3.8K now. If I just zoom out to the daily chart, we're kind of trading in this range between 3.9K and 3. 7K, I'd say, since middle of June, so just about a month. And I think we'll still trade in this range for about a couple weeks. Eventually, honestly, I'd expect us to break down a little bit. I would be happy if that would happen, because it means we can load up more on long-term shares on other stocks. And yeah, if it does start to push up, it could be a good sign, but it could also be a false breakout, as you guys know. So that's mainly it for today's video, guys. I also wanted to highlight and just warn you guys, put out a disclaimer. There was a CPI report which was reportedly leaked earlier. I wouldn't read too much into that. I'm not sure. I'm not going to talk about the numbers. I've read it. I've seen the post, just in case anyone was wondering. I wouldn't read too much into that. I'd just say be patient. Obviously, you can't trade right now, so that's also a benefit. But just wait and see what the real report is tomorrow, 1 hour before market opens. So that's 8:30 Eastern time. That's 7:30 where I am. As always, trade your plan. Be smart with what you're going to do. Don't force any trades, guys. You guys know the deal. There's plenty of money to be made in this market. We did well in the Discord today. We're always looking to continue adding people. So come and check out the Royal Trading Academy if you're into that. We do breakdowns. We do call-outs. We review charts together. We do live sessions. We do a lot in that Discord. So come and check it out. Also, make sure you guys check out the Stock Option Starter Pack. That is a 10-video guide that I've created for you guys to learn about stock options, the calls, the puts, all the different aspects of options, the terminology, etc., etc. Please check that one out. And of course, guys, check out all my socials. Add me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at The Wealth Prince. And of course, if you're new around here, subscribe to this channel on YouTube, The Money Management. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you haven't already, again, drop a thumbs up. Also, make sure to share these videos and comment on this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. That's it for me. I go into making, you go into making. See you guys next time for another video. Peace.
Game over.